Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Yusef Scott, better known as the Forex GOAT. I definitely appreciate you guys tuning into this video. I know that you guys are coming from far and far away, so I want to make sure that your time is used wisely. All right, I want to make sure that you're getting good value out of your time being here with me. Now, as always, if you're not connected with me on social media, that's Facebook and Instagram, get connected. You can check me out on those outlets underneath my handle, sodarneasyforex. And then also, if you're not yet subscribed to this channel, get subscribed. If you guys notice, over the last 2 weeks, over the last week, I've been pouring out videos, working to get things back up to snuff to where I was when I was creating content all the time. I want people to be able to, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, be able to go anywhere and get content from me. All right. Now, I definitely appreciate you guys being here. I wanted to make sure that we're familiar with how to trade Forex. Okay, so what I'm going to do for you guys is this video is going to be about the EURUSD. Now, if you guys remember, within the last 2 weeks, I gave out a trade alert on, or let me tell you, I told you guys to watch the GBP pairs as well as the Euro pairs. Okay, now one of those pairs, the EURUSD, I actually traded on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down that pair so that you guys can know exactly what it is that I look at, how you should be looking at the market, some of the things that you should be looking for that'll help position yourself when the opportunity arises. All right. Now, just to give you guys a little background, if you don't know, the EURUSD is a heavily watched and traded pair. The reason why is that it's a very liquid pair. When you get into the market, you're literally almost in profit. All right. The spread is usually hovering around 1 pip, sometimes a little lower, sometimes a little higher, depending on the time of day, what day of the week that it is. All right. Now, because this pair is heavily traded, well, let's say because it's so liquid, there are folks who can push this market around. And you have to be careful. For instance, if it's on like a Sunday when retail traders are in the market, some folks with some dividends, they can push the market around. They can control the market. So you want to make sure that you're consider these things. A lot of you probably don't even know this, so probably wouldn't even matter to you. But just give me a little insight on this pair. Now, just to give you guys a bit of knowledge, okay. If you've been following me over the last couple years, you guys will know that I put out trade alerts on this pair, okay. And one thing about this pair, it's a Euro pair. There are a lot of Euro pairs, and when you're looking at a Euro pair, you want to check to see about correlation. Okay, there are times when all the Euro pairs are making a move in one direction. There are times when only a couple Euro pairs are moving in one direction. There are times where there are no Euro pairs that are moving alike. They're just off doing their own thing, off on their own agenda. This pair here, I don't mind trading this pair, although I don't trade it a whole lot. For my own reasons, I don't trade this pair a whole lot. But this particular pair here, it's rather easy for me to analyze. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a little background. Now, for those of you who know this pair, when you're considering the dollar, a lot of people they look at this pair. And going back, if you guys take a look at the monthly, you guys will notice that this market pretty much sort of ranging. Okay. There are some areas where the market was trending down or trending up, but for the most part, it's really more so like a hybrid pair, long term. But when you look at the daily, of course, you guys know I'm a daily guy. There was a point in this market before this market started to range in recent years. This market was like around 141, 136. Let me just show you guys. Back in 2014, this market started to tumble. Okay, and when this market started to tumble, you'll notice that there are points when the market hit this area right here. This is a key area. Okay, we'll discuss this later, and you'll notice that after that the market dropped down to this point and it started to range. Okay, up until recently it was ranging. Now let's go ahead and let's take a look at something real quick. April last year, April 2017, okay, in training, I told my entire student base, I said, I want you all to pay attention to, no, actually it was before April, okay, I was telling my students that I was expecting for the EURUSD to rise, okay. Now this was, you know, the market had already been ranging for some time, and I was expecting for this market to rise. And then what happened, if you guys noticed, the market gapped up. This area right here was the French presidential election. Okay, the market gapped up. All right, let's just look left from that area. You see how the market was pretty much dancing from the same level. Okay, now when it gapped up, it went sideways and then it took off and it kept going up. Now there was a point in time when I told everyone publicly about the EURUSD going up. Matter of fact, let me back up. When this market gapped up, I told my students that it was going up. I said, listen, you guys better get into that market. It's going to rise. All right. And what I did was I pointed out an area where the market would rise to. Now, coincidentally, actually, there are no coincidences. I'll say just as I had expected, the market rose right to that area. Now, if you guys remember, there was a post that I had made. I made a post about the EURUSD making a move. Okay, I made a post about the EURUSD making a move, and I told everyone, I said, listen, the EURUSD if it was to cross this level, okay, it was going to take off. Keyword, if. If. Now I could use if for a lot of things. I've talked about if before, got a few laughs, but we're going to leave if alone. You know, if blase blase, you know what, whatever. But if the market had gone beyond that level, the market should continue to go for it. Let's look left and let's see what's at this level here. You guys notice there's a gap there. Okay. The market hit that level. I was watching that level. I knew that it was going to hit that level, and I knew that it was going to have issues. And that's what happened. It hit that level and it had issues. And I had a lot of people telling me that no, this market is not going to do this. It's going to do this. You don't know what you're talking about. It's wild. You guys could catch my posts, whether it was on Facebook or Instagram. I posted one on Instagram and it always posts to Facebook. And I had a couple folks, they chimed in and said, nah, you don't know what you're talking about. This, that, and the third. And just as I had expected, just as I called it publicly, it did just as I said. Okay? Now, as I tell people, I'm no magician. All right? I'm no magician. I can't tell you exactly where the market is going to go. I can't tell you when the market is going to reach a certain level. But I can tell you which way it's going to head. And more times, I mean, 9 times out of 10, I'm right. All right. There are times where the market may take a while to do or mature in the direction that I'm anticipating, but ultimately it will go in that direction. Just like when the market hit this area, I told everyone, all of my students, I said, listen, I guarantee you 3 to 6 months from now, if you get in now, you're going to be in profit. And I had hundreds of students that actually did that. All right. And I didn't say nothing. I kept quiet about it, but I had a lot of students who took my advice and they got in and they were happy about it. Of course, they had some, they didn't believe, they needed more, you know, as if the perfect entry strategy wasn't enough. They needed more. I had folks who got in but then got out because of certain reasons. But I did have a number of them that held on and they rode the market. And that's what I love. I love when my students, they pay attention. I love when they're learning and they're advancing mentally, physically, everything. I mean, it's a great thing. Now, obviously, since then, the market, of course, the market dropped down. The market came back to the level. The market came above. And the market had issues and it dropped back but even below that level. But the market basically went down to this point. Okay. And this is where we are today. Okay. And this is something that we have to pay attention to. And, you know, this is why I told everyone, watch this pair. You know, watch the Euro USD. This pair is going to go up. You know, whether or not you guys know, this pair tends to run at least certain times out of the year. Certain times, this pair will run similar to oil. Okay, and this, well, at least a couple years ago, that's what was going on. But this pair right now, it's looking good. You know, today was the non-farm payroll. Hopefully, you guys, you know, made a nice profit on it. Just think about it. If you took my advice, if you listen, you'll still be in the market. You would have crushed that market. You would have crushed the market, and it would have been a great day for you. A lot of my students, very, very happy and impressed with what happened, even considering the non-farm payroll came out. So it's a fantastic thing to see that this market is maturing in the way that I had anticipated. I'm glad to know that students, whether you're an actual student of mine or you're a student from afar, you're just online, because I do have students who they you know, people really follow me. You know, you guys know, some of you really follow me and you really look forward to my videos and my take on which way the market will move. And so this in itself was one that I think a lot of people, considering it's a pair that's quite liquid, you guys could have really turned over some coins today, if not within the last week. The market was pretty bullish this week, which was great. So that being said, excuse me, you guys, that being said, hopefully you guys have taken the trade alert. Hopefully you didn't get faked out. You know, sometimes I know students, because they have lack of, you know, some people just don't believe what their eyes might be telling them. Some people, they can only see as far as, you know, 6 feet in front of them. But when you have like in the previous video that I made, when you have the foresight to see what's going on, just as I had the foresight to see the market going up for the following, for the next 3 to 6 months, you would still be in profit. And just to give you guys a little, you know, if you had done so, you'd have been up 1,700 pips. which is great. You know, some people they struggle to get 10 pips, you know, let alone. And 1700, of course, it takes some discipline. Of course, you have to have the account to be able to, you know, sort of map out which way the market is going. You got to be able to structure your trade based on your account, and it's a process, but it's something that I teach, and you know, it's fun. It's all about making currency. So go with the current, you guys. All right, go with the current, and currency will follow. It will follow. So that's the thing. I just thought I would give you guys a little insight on the Euro USD pair, and hopefully you guys hopefully you paid attention. Hopefully you caught on to what I did say and things that I may have hinted around to, because it will make a difference in your trading. Just know that, of course, in my videos that I put on YouTube, I don't reveal everything for a reason. You know, I have students who actually sit and they take their time to actually sit in on training, which is paid. So it would do them a disservice if I provided all the same details that I provide them on the public side. So hopefully you guys know my plight. Hopefully you know my position as a Forex trainer. Everything is very methodical, well planned and thought out. Very smart at what it is that I do. Hopefully you guys, when given a chance and opportunity, you'll take advantage of this thorough and quite in-depth Forex training. All right. That being said, you guys, I'm going to end this video now. I definitely appreciate you guys tuning in. I want you guys to please enjoy your weekend. Take time to study your charts. I'm going to be putting out more content. I had some requests that were pouring in this week. I guess after making videos, people they're like, hey, could you make a video on this, that? So I have a few requests that I'm going to fill. Just keep your, you know, get connected, you know, on Facebook and social media. I mean, Facebook and Instagram, because sometimes I may post videos there as well, and then also get subscribed on YouTube. So if for some reason you're hearing me tell you what I'm going to do, if it's something that you might want to hear or whatever I have explained to you, at least you'll have it at your disposal when it's released. All right. So listen, I definitely appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, you guys, I appreciate all the love and all the support. My name is Yusef Scott. Of course, I am the Forex GOAT. All right. You guys have a fantastic day and enjoy your weekend. Be safe. Peace and love, everyone. Peace.